Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back again with another video. Here we go officially for Victor Gyökeres' move to Arsenal. Signed, sealed, and yet to be delivered. Victor Gyökeres is officially a Gunner. Soon to be officially announced by the club, but we finally, after months of waiting, more like weeks of waiting, Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Here we go. A verbal agreement in place between all parties. Finally, the deal has been achieved. The add-ons, whatever add-ons that needed to be negotiated for 3.5 weeks. Sporting accepted the last bid from Arsenal for 63.5 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons. The agent reduces his commission by 5 million. Gyökeres will sign a 5-year deal plus a 1-year deal, an option to extend his contract if it's activated by the club. And in fact, let me just say this loud and clear. The player only wanted a move to Arsenal. Manchester United tried to hijack this deal for Victor Gyökeres more than 3 times by offering him higher wages, by offering him more of salary, but and greater fee in terms of what they would pay. Thank God for after a long time, a player so badly wanting to join the Arsenal. Like, who are we? So I'm really glad about it. I hope he becomes the bagsman that we assume he'll be for us. Finally, we have a gunman in front of goal for us. Let's just hope this transpires in the Premier League. Let me go straight to the video. I'm going to cue the intro, but finally, here we go. Fabrizio Romano seals the deal for Victor Gyökeres' move to Arsenal. He will go to do his medical and then join Arsenal in Singapore on the preseason tour. We already received confirmation today about my video yesterday about Christian Mosquera traveling to attend the preseason tour. I don't think he will make it in time in terms of his chartered flight to go to the AC Milan game, to be in the squad for the AC Milan game. But this video is nothing and short and nothing more than the Gyökeres deal. Everybody and their nan has been asking for updates on the Gyökeres deal. What's going on with the Gyökeres deal? Is Arsenal going to fumble the bag? And that's right, Sam. Holy Batman, we've signed him. Our number 14. And, you know, in honor of Thierry Henry, I'm wearing one of the best retro kits that I have. It's the last season hybrid kit just for this video. Like, this video was long awaited. I would have achieved my diet plan at the gym before we got a here we go for Victor Gyökeres. That's how bad it was getting to be. 3.5 weeks of today's the day, grandma. Today's the day, grandma. But we finally got our gunman. You can do the celebration, everybody. It's gonna be French, like it's gonna be chef's kiss. So like surreal when he scores a hat trick against Onana or whoever's in goal for Man United. It's gonna be awesome on that opening day, the first game of the season. Guys, if you were asleep like me when the Victor Gyökeres deal broke out, boy, did you miss a lot. Because not only is Victor Gyökeres coming to the Premier League, but looks like Granit Xhaka could be coming back to the Premier League, who is one of my favorite players in the Emirates era. But let me cue the intro and we'll get straight into the video. There is a lot to break down in terms of how the negotiations went. And before I cue the intro, all I have to say is, Sporting Lisbon, Thunder go fire you, because you made it so difficult for us, you know, talking about my Gyökeres' dad's been crying waterfalls and that he needs therapy now because of how difficult the deal's been and how frustrating we made it with negotiations with Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon are known to be so difficult in negotiations. They did the exact same thing when Bruno Fernandes went from Sporting to Manchester United. They're known to be notorious, absolutely notorious, emphasis on notorious in doing negotiations. But thank God Arsenal didn't fumble the bag. The player only wanted to move to us, which it's been a long time since I've seen a player so adamant and persistent on joining Arsenal. We finally got our gunman in front of goal, and let's just hope him and Saka, you know, those crosses from Saka, he takes advantage of with his height being above 6 feet. Some of us cannot relate. Are you sure the deal is done? Yes, I'm damn sure the deal is done. We got a David Ornstein Bomba and we got a Fabrizio Romano official tweet. There's no more, are you sure? Are you sure? Or do you think this is going to collapse? Do you think he's going to fail his medical? I don't want to hear none of that. Big up, Joey. How you doing, man? Congrats on 1K again. Hopefully, it's be able to get you on my channel to talk all things hoops with the Knicks new manager. Would be nice to have you on, Joey, when the new NBA season comes underway. I know summer season just ended, the summer tournament, but I'm looking forward to the real season underway for basketball. And thanks. I'm really glad we didn't fumble the bag on the Gyökeres deal. We spent a lot of weeks negotiating back and forth, even with Berta in Portugal, trying to get this deal over the line. And Arteta really wanted his gunman for preseason. It's not too late for him to join us for the rest of the games. He'll definitely not make it for the AC Milan game tomorrow. I mean, that's pretty much common sense. And the same thing with Christian Mosquera. His flight will not land prior to the squad announcement for the AC Milan game tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow for a watch along for that game. But anyway, enough talking. Let me cue the intro and let's get straight into the breakdown. Guys, I haven't been this excited for a signing in a long time because we've been crying out loud for a gunman in front of goal. I know Marino was a makeshift striker and did, come in clutch moments whenever we needed him. But man, having Havertz in front of goal and not being as clinical, yeah, we know he got 15 goals and assists in the season, but that's not enough for a team that's trying to challenge the likes of Liverpool for the Premier League or even Man City. A lot of teams have strengthened, and we don't want to be left behind in terms of us being able to compete on all fronts. And here's the official announcement from Fabrizio Romano. Breaking news: Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Here we go. This is the signed and sealed part. We're still waiting for a striker official announcement by the club, which I think, realistically, knowing Arsenal, how long they're going to take. Listen, I need a really good announcement from Adidas and from Arsenal. I think Gyökeres will take the number 14. I know a lot of people are saying, in terms of Henry wearing the shirt, it'll be nice to see Gyökeres wearing the shirt. Some people are saying save the number 14 for Fabrizio Eze, which I think will be our next signing down the line in this window in particular. I know we haven't really reached out to Palace yet directly to begin talks, but I am confident that we will sign Fabrizio Eze without impacting the sale of Leandro Trossard. I don't think it's about money. I think it's more about squad space in that department in terms of the winger position on both flanks. Fabrizio Eze can play cam or can play on the left wing, and I think we'll side him in particular for that left wing position. I know Noni Madueke can play left or right wing, but I do think he's just been signed to be a backup right winger to Bukayo, which I'm, content with. We finally have a viable backup for Bukayo Saka, and he's looking like he wants to get the ground running right away. I know it sucks that we keep going back to Chelsea for business, but Arteta clearly said, they had good relationships with them, and I don't know, for some reason they wanted Madueke. They see something in him that he brings to the England team and he brought to Chelsea. Anyway, breaking news: Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Here we go. A verbal agreement in place between all parties involved. Sporting Lisbon accepts the last bid from Arsenal for 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. The agent will reduce his commission. At the time we got the free agreed, which was about 2.5 weeks ago, we already heard from David Ornstein that Gyökeres' agent has cut 5 million off his fees, but I do think he'll still get a signing on fee. So it's nothing to cry about for his agent to cry about. I haven't seen a player in such a long time want a move to no other club than the Arsenal. And, I had to double check. Is this the real Fabrizio Romano? Is this the real David Ornstein? Because I'm not trying to get done and my hopes gassed up by a fake account or a parody account. Hi, Daniel. Thanks for joining. Congratulations again on the Club World Cup winners back to back. I know they renamed the trophy, but well done and incredible signing in João Pedro. I mean, at Brighton. He was really good. And I always talk about Brighton's scouting system. Their scouting system that they use is top notch. So you have a quality player on your hands with Joao Pedro and Liam Delap. Here it is again from David Ornstein. If you guys don't dress Fabrizio Romano in the David Ornstein versus Fabrizio Romano war, here it is from David Ornstein himself. Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon on the verge of total agreement for Victor Gyökeres. 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros already struck, but the add-ons were what needed work. And we thought, am I gonna lose 10 pounds before we get these add-ons over the line? But unfortunately, that's not the case, and we have finally reached the agreement. Some of us would have been married, would have had grandkids before we did this announcement. And finally, we got an official. Here we go. A conclusion imminent, and the Sporting striker only wanted Arsenal. It will be a 5-year contract with a 1-year option to extend. I think this is going to be a good deal. And more importantly, I've never seen a player want Arsenal so bad to prove himself in the Premier League. You saw him score against Man City in the Champions League. So I think this is going to be a good signing for us. We're so happy this is real. This is not parody accounts. These are genuine, reliable journalists tweeting that the agreement has finally been reached. Long overdue, but much needed in terms of a proper gunman in front of goal, because I still feel like we didn't replace Aubameyang properly over the years. What Aubameyang gave us, I know there was disciplinary issues and stuff, but over the years in terms of production and output wise, we haven't replaced Aubameyang properly. Hi Rhino, how you doing, man? Just doing another soccer stream or football, but I liked watching your CFL stream on the weekend. That was awesome. With riders and all the teams that you were covering over the week. Thanks for joining, Rhino. Appreciate it. Hi, the cynical one. Thanks for joining my stream yesterday night as well. I didn't think we'd get a Here We Go today. I thought it would still drag on till next week, but we finally got the add-ons achieved. The thing is with Sporting Lisbon, I don't think Arsenal will ever go back to do business with them again. It was terrible doing negotiations with them. And it's not just Arsenal. People are saying, oh, it's just Arsenal that can't get the add-ons achieved. But we were not in a position to give up more than what we needed to do. Okay, so we've just got an update from Ben Jacobs about an hour ago in terms of when Gyökeres will do his medical. And Ben Jacobs is another one that's as reliable as it gets. Arsenal reached an agreement with Sporting Lisbon, the same fee that everyone's quoted, 63.5 million euros plus 10 million euros as revealed. Nature of 2.5 million euros of the bonuses needed finalizing. Wow, we really took 3 weeks to haggle on 2.5 million euros. Anyway, the main point of this post is Gyökeres has gotten permission to undergo a medical expected within 24 hours. So I think by tomorrow he'll be at London Colony, which is Soba Reality now, to do his medical and then go off on his own to join Arsenal in Singapore for the preseason tour. I don't think he'll make it for the AC Milan game, so I think his debut will be in the Newcastle game, wearing the blue away shirt, which we will wear tomorrow, and in the Newcastle game. So for the first 2 games of our Asia preseason tour, Arsenal will represent the away kit, the 25-26 away kit, which I think will have a specific styled font just for the Asia tour. I did talk about that yesterday. Guys, I've never seen even squad players in our team so excited for a signing like this. Miles Lewis-Skelly done a video reacting to Fabrizio Romano's Here We Go for Victor Gyökeres. How crazy is that? And Arsenal youngster Louis Munoz on Instagram doing Victor Gyökeres' iconic mask celebration after scoring for the U15s this weekend against Dover. That's Louis Munoz. He plays for the academy. He's repping Arsenal DNA in style in Haaland itself, but he scored against the U15s this weekend, for the U15s this weekend, and he does the classic Victor Gyökeres mask celebration. More importantly, this announcement video from Arsenal should be awesome, And it's something that I think, we should include Gabriel Magalhaes doing the mask celebration in the Champions League. I mean, guys, that was amazing. How do you we snatched his chain and we snatched his celebration? I mean, come on, that was an awesome game. And at that moment, Victor Gyökeres knew he needed to be a part of us. He didn't want no other team than the Arsenal. And it's been a while since we can say that about a player. So, in terms of our tactics for next season, pass the ball to Victor Gyökeres and just get out of the way. Let him do his thing. I'm looking forward to see him in preseason. Let's see how he integrates with this team and how quick he gets the ground running. Hi, Davey. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. We finally got a gunman in front of goal. I mean, guys, the grandma of that was doing the mass celebration. Some of us said she might not make it by the time we announced Victor Gyökeres. That's how long we've been haggling over 2.5 million. But we finally have an update with Arteta on Gyökeres. Yesterday, Arteta said he can't comment on any player that's not an Arsenal player yet. It's just one word that Arteta said, and Arsenal fans latched on it for dear life. And now, today, within the next 24 hours, we will see Victor Gyökeres undergoing his medical, confirmed by Ben Jacobs. He has been given permission to do his medical. Let's just hope this goes as smooth as possible and we don't go back to do business with Sporting Lisbon. I mean, Andrea Berta, hats off, because Arsenal in the past would have walked away the week one that negotiations were underway. I mean, because of Sporting Lisbon's demands. And I mean, Miles with Skelly doing the Victor Gyökeres celebration. We have an academy kid doing the Victor Gyökeres celebration. Hi, Tiger. Thanks for joining. I've just been talking about it now. I mean, I've never seen squad players react so much for a signing. Even when we signed Declan Rice, I don't think the team felt like this kind of energy. It's a whole different level. It's a whole different ball game in terms of the energy. Hi, Cooler. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So anyway, guys, breaking news. Victor Gyökeres has officially joined Arsenal for 63.5 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons. The agent fees will be reduced as the agent sacrificed about 5 million in his deal. But he will still get a signing on fee. I don't know how much that's going to be. I don't think it's going to be an issue. And more importantly, Victor Gyökeres wasn't letting anything stop this move to Arsenal. He really wanted this move. As someone so determined to prove himself in the Premier League and to prove himself at the Arsenal, I really want this guy to do well and to gel into this team as quickly as possible. Hopefully, Arteta can get the best out of him in terms of his coaching wise. But Sporting Lisbon, see you in hell because you're terrible to do negotiations with. And I don't think Arsenal will ever do business with you again, let alone buy a player from you again. And for, Victor Gyökeres leaving his girlfriend, telling Sporting Lisbon, I don't want to train with you guys anymore. I don't want any other club other than Arsenal. We had a lot of power in terms of player negotiations when the player itself was trying to force his hand to force the move, which we haven't seen in a while with Arsenal. It was kind of different with the Rice situation. It was not necessarily Rice trying to force a move. It was more, calm between the two parties with us and David Sullivan's West Ham. I know we went back and forth in terms of bidding and, Man City trying to get involved, but the player wanted Arsenal. Again, the player wanted Arsenal, and we're not overpaying for a player. It's been a while since I can say that. And it's been a while since we've been back in the Champions League, for a few seasons now. But for players like this that are actually proper gunmen to say, I only want to move to Arsenal, we convinced him so much. Credit to Andre Berta for getting this deal over the line. Big up Laurie. He says the squad atmosphere is getting stronger with each signing. I hope this gets us over the line this season. 100%. I really hope this gets us over the line this season. I know a lot of people are asking about the Xavi Simons update. I am going to talk about Xavi Simons. It's not going to be good news for Arsenal fans, but the Chelsea fans in here, you guys know you've already agreed personal terms. Xavi Simons wants to move to Chelsea and wants to move to the Premier League. I know Arsenal did inquire about Xavi Simons, but it looks like the player's head is already convinced to a move to Chelsea. Chelsea would use the Madueke money in terms of what they got up front for Madueke and whatever else they have for the signing of Xavi Simons. But I would rather have Ebriche Eze, someone who's primarily proven, a bagsman who's already been at Arsenal before, and it's quite better for us to do negotiations with Crystal Palace as we can offload a player like Josh Nichols to them, and even do a separate deal for Reece Nelson if Fulham don't want to pay for Nelson. I mean, it's not even a question. Ebriche Eze should be a gunner in the next 2 weeks or so, or however long it's going to take us before this window ends. I mean, we need Ebriche Eze. That would strengthen our attack so much more than just Victor Gyökeres alone. And I know we have Saka. I know we have a backup in Madueke, but we need a stronger attack. And last season, Arteta even said himself, we know we were left short in attack with a lot of injuries and players not being able to be match fit or not being able to be consistent. Miles Lewis Skelly enjoyed the Victor Gyökeres. Here we go. A bit too much, like us. Guys, we were buzzing. Victor Gyökeres showing up in my chat. I mean, man, welcome to the Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres. I hope you like it here. I hope you like it in North London. Big up, Tyrell. Thanks for joining. Congrats on the 11K. Really appreciate it. I'm really glad for 11K. It's been a while. It's been 5 years since I've done my channel, but I appreciate everyone who's joined along the way, showed your support, and all the new people that joined. I appreciate all of you. In terms of the Xavi Simons deal, what I read yesterday in terms of Chelsea news, I don't think this player is going to come to Arsenal, if I'm just being honest with you guys and being frank with you guys. I'm not the type of people to give fake news or to lead you guys on whether we would sign a player like Xavi Simons. It is true that Arsenal did inquire about Xavi Simons, but that was it. We didn't really work on verbal agreements with the players' camp. We don't have any personal terms agreed with the player. So I don't think this signing will transpire for the Gunners. I think this will be a Chelsea signing. In fact, according to Plenty Gold, Chelsea are working on reaching a verbal agreement with Xavi Simons' camp. That was reported yesterday afternoon. And Plenty Gold is quite reliable, but also from Ben Jacobs himself, I know he reported that Chelsea were still looking at Xavi Simons to elevate their attack, and Xavi Simons can be a versatile player. I know at Barcelona it didn't really work out for him, even when he went on loan. He's been on loan twice. Let's see how well he does at Chelsea, but I do think he is a good player. If it was a matter of Eze or Xavi Simons, I'm picking Eze twice on a Sunday. Like, that's no question of a doubt. I'm picking Ebriche Eze, someone who can be versatile in this team is what we need to integrate into our squad. But also, I think Eze, the Premier League proven aspect, does carry a big part into it. Arsenal have been working towards Victor Gyökeres traveling out to join the squad in Asia. That's just been broken by Charles Watts. So we do know that he will do his medical in the next 24 hours. The agreement is now all but done. You would hope that the plane can put into action and he'll be involved in the tour either in Singapore or Hong Kong. So we don't know whether he'll make it to the second game in Singapore. That's still yet to be determined, depending on when he lands in Singapore, or whether he'll make it in Hong Kong for the North London Derby. I mean, what better way to introduce our striker and a bagsman like this than in the North London Derby in Hong Kong? I mean, like, that's, and wearing the number 14, I think he's going to get the number 14. And I think he's going to represent it well. I think it's going to be awesome to, I think we'll announce him officially as a club before the Newcastle game, but he probably won't feature until Tottenham in Hong Kong. That's just my views, my opinion based on timing of things, especially if he's going to do his medical tomorrow. I think he'll be with the team in the Newcastle game, but won't get minutes and won't play until the North London Derby in Hong Kong. Speaking of the preseason tour, which is my next comments on here, guys, I can't stress this enough. I'm looking forward to the preseason tour to see the academy kids get minutes. These are the type of games where you'll see Marley Salmon, Max Dowman, Ethan Waneri, Miles Lewis Skelly get more game time, Josh Nichols. I'm looking forward to see how well they do. And they're getting the influence of the first team players, the senior players in the dressing room. There was 7 academy kids that traveled in that 30-man squad. So, you know, tomorrow's game, you're going to see a game of two halves where the lineup is going to change midway through the game. We'll have quite a few substitutions, and whoever is showing that they want to be a part of the team, this is the type of games where you're going to see a lot of chopping and changing in terms of the lineup. It's not going to be all just first team players. I think this is going to be an awesome time to see the kids develop and show what they got in these games. It's more about match fitness rather than the result itself, and we really need that because we weren't in the Club World Cup. We didn't really have any preseason like that. This is our preseason officially, and we want to see how Arteta gets the best out of the squad that he officially has himself and the players that he wanted, mind you. Ahmed says, nice one. I'm waiting for you. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. Xavi Simons is 22 and Eze is 27. Yes, I do know their age difference. Breaking news, Newcastle target Johan Wissa has left Brentford preseason based in Portugal, growing uncertainty over his future. The Magpies have intensified their interest in the Congolese forward in the last 48 hours, and personal terms are not expected to be an issue. Wissa is unsettled and wants to move this summer. I think him going to Newcastle is a good move. I didn't expect Newcastle to get rid of Isaac or Anthony Gordon this summer window. I know Liverpool tried for Isaac, and Isaac's agent was at Colony before, as Team News and Ticks reported. But I don't think anything's going to transpire of that. I wonder still if his head will turn if Saudi offer the bag in terms of wages or in terms of wages or a better price up front to sell him over 130 million. But I do think he's playing for a new contract for a short-term extension. He'll sign at Newcastle, include a higher release clause, and then next summer he'll be sold and he'll look to move away from Newcastle. But if he goes to Saudi, I don't think that's the right move for him personally. I mean, fair play if you're getting the bag like John Duran when he left Aston Villa to go to Saudi, but I don't think this is the right move at this time for Isaac. But let's see if his head turns with the amount of money that Al Hilal have offered for a player like Isaac. And I think Newcastle will keep Anthony Gordon. They really wanted Hugo Ekitike to play as the Callum Wilson replacement, but of course we know Liverpool hijacked the deal, and Liverpool gave Newcastle an ultimatum. Either give us Isaac or we're going to steal Hugo Ekitike off of you. And they did exactly that. And Hugo Ekitike, if you guys seen him in the Bundesliga for Frankfurt, he's a quality player. It's a good signing for them. Good price tag they paid for him. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just trying to be objective and balanced in my analysis as someone who watches football more than just the Arsenal games itself. I think he is a good signing for them, and he does elevate them. Hi Petrus, thanks for joining, my friend. That's right. We finally got okay, this is about Xavi Simons. Club to club contact with Chelsea, Arsenal, or Bayern Munich. I know Bayern are also interested in Xavi Simons. Leipzig demanded at least 70 million euros all in for Xavi Simons. I mean, I've seen Xavi Simons for his country. He's quite good for his country. I think I would prefer if it came down to Ebriche Eze or Xavi Simons, I'm picking Ebriche Eze, as I said before. And I hope Arsenal can get that deal over the line. But also the fact that we can offload a player like Josh Nichols, and Crystal Palace need a lot more players now that they're dumped to the Conference League. They need a bigger squad. And man, I still can't believe the Gyökeres influence. We have Miles Lewis-Skelly doing the celebrations. We have academy kids in our U15s doing the celebrations. We have a grandma doing the celebrations. And it's going to be awesome to see Victor Gyökeres score against Manchester United in the opening day of the season. Again, it's Ruben Amorim. It's written in the stars. I really don't pity Amorim at all because Gyökeres, I mean, if he gets a hat trick against Man United, it's over for them. This is going to be awesome for us, and I hope his season at Arsenal goes well. And I've never seen someone who wants to prove himself so bad at Arsenal or in the Premier League. So give him the number 14. I think this is going to be a great signing for us, and let's see what else Arsenal go underway. with incomings. I don't think this is over for us in terms of incomings. I still think we're going to get 1 or 2 more incomings and sell Leandro Trossard. I don't think we're going to keep Trossard. I do think that we're going to sell Trossard and use the funds elsewhere in attack. And guys, this is awesome. I mean, this is the signing we've been long waiting for. Let me just show you the video of Lewis Skelly doing the Victor Gyökeres celebration for those of you that haven't seen it. Hopefully it shows up on my screen. 1 second. Here's a video of Victor of
See the picture, fam.
Victor
See the
Gyökeres
picture, fam.
The Victor Gyökeres influence is crazy and it's worldwide. So here's our gunman. Here's our striker in front of goal, our number 14. I'm assuming he's going to get the number 14. And I know he'll represent it a lot better than Eddie Nketiah did for us. No disrespect to Eddie Nketiah, but I know I know Victor Gyökeres is going to do well in the Premier League. And I really hope so. And I'm looking forward to see him get the ground going for us. With that being said, folks, that's all for me today. I am going to be live tomorrow for the watch along for the preseason tour in Asia. I'll be doing a live stream for the game against AC Milan tomorrow afternoon UK time, about 12 noon. I'll be live around 11:30 or so to give you guys the pre-match breakdown. AC Milan, as you guys know, Christian Pulisic from USA. I don't really think they have a strong team, but it's preseason. Let's just see how well we do. I gave you guys my lineup breakdown yesterday. I think Tommy Setford will start for us. I don't see a lot of first teamers getting into this game, this first game in particular. Arteta did comment on Gabriel Magalhaes coming back from injury, Saliba as well. You know, some of them played throughout the season with Knox. Odegaard, we know it wasn't the best of his fitness-wise throughout the season. So let's just see, you know, it's going to be a mixed squad of first teamers and academy kids. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. Lori says, give us your best Gyökeres celebration. That's my best Gyökeres celebration. Guys, this is going to be awesome. I mean, mask on, mask off. Victor Gyökeres, not only did we snatch his chain at his ground with Gabriel Magalhaes, our center back, but he's finally going to be a gunner, and it's done. The deal is sealed, and we finally got our striker. This is awesome. And more importantly, the player only wanted a move to the Arsenal, and that's how big we are. With that being said, folks, I am going to close out the stream. I'll see you all tomorrow for the AC Milan game in Singapore, beginning off our Asia tour. I can't stress this enough, and I said this in a couple of my streams now. Those of you who have yet to buy the pre-match pass, guys, the passes increase to 14 quid tomorrow, and they're removing, I think, 1 or 2 games from it. Right now, it's 10 quid, and it includes all 5 games. Yo, Jose, I was just breaking down our number 14, Victor Gyökeres, a bagsman in front of goal. And we finally got our Swede. I'm looking forward to seeing him play for us, but more importantly, in the next 24 hours, we'll hear he's done his medical. He's gotten the green light to go to London to do his medical. So I'm looking forward to Victor Gyökeres. And you guys know this signing has definitely influenced and shaken rivals up. I'm glad we finally have a striker, a proper striker and bagsman in front of goal. And I hope he has a good season with Arsenal in his first season. Thanks, Jose. Thanks for joining. Thanks for everyone who's joined on YouTube and on Twitter. Appreciate all you guys. More importantly, before I close out the stream, I do have to say thanks to everyone who's been nonstop encouraging me to go live or do pre-recorded videos more consistently. I want to thank everyone. I reached 11K subscribers, which I can't believe I'm saying. I still remember when I was low-key very nervous to go on streams and, you know, quite shy to go on streams or not really know what to talk about. But, you know, over the years, over the 5 years of doing this, I quite enjoy it. And it's really, really chill and laid back on my channel, how I do things. But more importantly, thanks to all the new viewers everyone who's been here from day dot onwards, constantly encouraged me. Appreciate you all. Hi, Fraser. Shout out to God Family. Thanks for watching. Cheers to more collabs with this season. Getting out of my comfort zone, collabing with other content creators, not only Arsenal fans but rivals as well. And hopefully to go on other people's channels more but this video is all about Arsenal finally getting their gunman, and it's a signed, sealed moment. We're still waiting for Arsenal to do the official announcement, but I think Arsenal will do the official announcement before the Newcastle game on Saturday. They can't drag it out any further than this. I mean, this is awesome, and this is an awesome moment that the player only wanted to move to Arsenal. And you can't tell me that's clickbait journalism, because Manchester United tried to approach the player more than 3 times, and he said, no, I don't want you, no matter how much money you're offering me. And it's been a while since we can comfortably say that about a player that only wanted to move to the Arsenal. So massive credits to Andre Berta and Arteta for getting this deal over the line. More importantly, I would say Andre Berta, as we knew Arteta wanted Benjamin Sesko. He'll probably play against Newcastle. I think he'll play in the Tottenham North London derby in Hong Kong, but maybe he'll get some minutes against Newcastle. I think it depends on, if he gets a training session before the Newcastle game. But man, ask for money and ask for everything you want, because we finally got our striker. We finally got our gunman, and we finally got the here we go that we all waited for day and day and day. That Odegaard first through pass to Gyökeres is going to be chef's kiss, and I'm looking forward to it. Jose says, you're killing it, Mel. Keep up the fantastic work and content. I really appreciate it, Jose. You've been there since the beginning. And thanks for always encouraging me throughout my time on YouTube. I quite like it, and I'm quite getting the hang of this thing. I know technically I'm not the best or technically gifted, and I still have audio or video issues here and there, but we're working on it. And anyway, folks, that's all for me. We finally got our gunman. Here we go. Victor Gyökeres deal sealed, underway for 63.5 million euros plus roughly 5 to 10 million euros in add-ons. Agent reducing his commission, but more importantly, Gyökeres is here to stay for 5 years, and he only wanted the Arsenal representing. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hi, Weers. Thanks for joining. Thanks to Malia and everyone who joined. Thanks to all my regulars. Thanks to Sam Greenwood, who joined earlier. Rosie, who's been tuned in, watching. Appreciate everyone who's joined on Twitter. Hi, Hoyan. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. Great signing, he says. Yeah, this is a proper signing. And I know initially I wanted Sesko in the window, but we know Gyökeres is a proven player, and in the Portuguese league, he's done it 2 seasons in a row. So I'm convinced this striker signing is going to go well, and I'm looking forward to see him play for us and wear our threads. Hi, Gary. Thanks for joining. Berta's definitely cooking a storm, and I don't think Arsenal are done in terms of their business this transfer window with incomings. Take care, everyone. I am going to close out the show. Thanks to everyone who joined on Twitter as well. I go live 3 times a week, either a pre-recorded video or a live stream, usually on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sometimes I do the odd video if there's news. So right now I'm going live 3 times a week, or a pre-recorded video on my channel. If you don't already have notifications turned on, do make sure to kindly hit the bell notification icon. You'll be notified whenever I go live or post a new video. You can share your thoughts on how do you feel about the Victor Gyökeres signing. Are you looking forward to a gunman in front of goal like Victor Gyökeres? And what do you think his kit number is going to be? I think he'll feature in the game against Tottenham, which is going to be so awesome to see him score against the Spuds. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Thanks to 11K, and cheers to many more. Thanks to everyone who's been supportive of my channel. And I'll see you all in the next one tomorrow for the AC Milan game. Take care, everyone. Adios. Thanks to everyone who's joined. Sorry if I left some names out, not intentional. But thanks to everyone who's watched on Twitter and YouTube. Thanks for all the support and all the congratulations. It's an awesome day. What a way to start your morning if you're in the East Coast like me. Victor Gyökeres to the Arsenal. Here we go. Bye, everyone. Take care.